Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Roswell, New Mexico, Season 3, Episode 1, Aaaand. I am so excited. This show is back. It has been the longest wait, but I am ready. I need to see these characters again. I love this show. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions on my Patreon. Though I would say right now, if you're watching this on YouTube when this first goes up, please probably wait to join mine and any other patrons until the first of the month, just because of the way Patreon's charging system works. You don't get charged twice, but I am ready to see these characters again. Let's go.
Why are we the same?
Listen,
son, I'm not your son.
You might be.
Right?
Okay, exactly.
Why do you look like me? Why don't I show you?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 my loves.
He's the savior, and I'm the clone.
Okay, well, there'll be some sort of reason behind that, and you're clearly better than him already, I've decided.
All my life,
Oof.
I wanted to be one thing.
A year later.
Just a guy from Roswell. Run out of time before I figure it all out.
Oh my goodness, Max, why are you writing emotional letters to everybody? They all are using all the powers now. Liz is flourishing.
Proprietary code that's showing promise in helping paraplegics walk again.
Liz is flourishing.
That gives them an exclusive lease on the patent, so it's not going to be used medically at all.
Only for 10 years.
Oh my goodness, this Liz is not flourishing.
Say we give this little rodeo clown a run for his money.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't just zap me into a mindscape while I'm riding a mechanical.
They're so much more confident now with their powers, even more than they used to. I love it.
Okay, my turn.
I love them. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Something weird going on with Max lately.
Weirder than him having an evil...
Max. He's not doing okay. Max! Why did you need that, sweetheart? Maria!
What happened with your dad was not your fault. You know that.
It wasn't. You were a hero.
And if you ask me, I think you're a hero.
Thank you.
There's a statue in the town square that super disagrees with you.
More mead.
Yeah, but you know your dad. You know what he was like. I think I know who he wants to go on a date with.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
A position opened at my old hospital in New York.
No!
I'm curious where I actually set up my life.
I want Kyle to flourish, but I don't want him to go.
You seem unhappy.
You
I can't
do.
believe it's been a whole year.
Max has a call for you.
He did say he'd come after her, didn't he? He said next time she left, he'd follow.
On a date.
How's that? That's too much?
No way! Woo!
Be careful, please! Maria? What the fuck? Who? What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
I think someone's gonna die.
No! This is a really great opening to the show, thank you guys. I haven't seen Alex yet. This is my Michael. Oh. 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 Oh no. We can take that down one night, smash it into pieces.
It wasn't exactly a war.
So they're going strong, unfortunately.
Something I need to talk to you about.
I'm so proud of Alex. Like, obviously I want him to be with Michael with every fibre of my being that ever exists. But Alex is flourishing. I mean, he is confidently making out with his boyfriend in public, and I'm here for it. And fuck his dad's statue. We all know the truth. That statue means that Jesse Maines is gone from our lives forever, and we can dance around it if required. And this is just so healthy for Alex, and I'm so happy, and I do really feel as though Michael he just happened to be wandering past the bus stop sorting out his hair when Alex was getting back. Yeah, right, Michael. He's gonna be jealous, and I'm stressed, but I'm happy about it. I know. He was giving off some big "this is our time" vibes in his streets.
That's the drug she used to erase Jenna Cameron's memory of her. I'll deal with it when I'm home next.
What are we gonna use that for?
Have a real couch? I'm working on it.
She's not putting in new real roots here, is she?
This was your brain 4 months ago.
Oh my god, Maria. Oh god. Oh my goodness.
Next time, lead with babe. I'm a cold-blooded mercenary.
I'm not a mercenary.
Oh
okay?
god.
I'm an archivist.
You think I would go AWOL? Join a group of paramilitary murderers?
No. But you might take an honorable discharge and join a group of innovators
Oh.
who hold the secrets to the universe.
Alex, do what's best for you, my love. And if you truly believe that organisation is...
If you go deep, you'd be cut off from everyone.
Well, this is a terrible idea. The only good thing is the honourable discharge. I'm glad Alex is in a healthy relationship where they are able to talk about things. What did Jones do to you? Oh no! The Liz song?
You're dying, Max.
No, no, no. Been there, done that, not happening.
And it's time you tell the truth because I'm not keeping this secret anymore.
No! Is that why he said to Liz Max isn't coming? Because Max knows he's dying and therefore he never didn't go after her because he didn't want her to suffer. And I hate this. Liz, you look amazing, but I'm stressed.
Our patent was leaked.
Oh.
Hey,
Liz leaked it so that it could get its proper usage.
Art is gay.
Oh god.
I'm her cousin, Rosa, but I never met her. I was really young when she died.
Yeah.
I've known the Orteco family my entire life.
Well, then go with the logical explanation. I'm her ghost. Boo.
You did it, Rosa. That was brave.
What are you doing here, Max?
Talk to Michael
I can feel your stress.
and Isabel. Good.
The heart is... What's the matter?
Oh.
No.
I don't accept this.
My time's almost up.
Can we use Mr. Jones's? Because you're clone of him, apparently. Oh.
I'm dying.
They deserve to know so they can be there for you. I don't accept this. We're gonna murder Jones, take his heart, give it to Max.
You've known for a year.
My family.
We could have had time.
I was trying to do right by you.
I'm sure you were, my love. But they also have a right to be mad at
It was
you.
the craziest thing. My girlfriend dumped me. I'm broker than I've ever been. Alex took off. There was a global pandemic, and yet I was happy. Because us three, because we were good.
Oh my god.
And I was wrong.
Oh, there's still time for answers. You don't...
We didn't deserve this.
I know you thought you were doing right by them, Max, but you weren't. You did have good intentions, but also I think you were hiding from it yourself a little bit.
Got it. 50,000 volts.
On my cameras?
Alex is back. Did you come to invite me to the wedding?
Had to go and make it awkward, huh, DeLuca?
Michael, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I just came here to give you some clarity, okay?
I'm so proud of you,
Before anyone gets
Michael.
hurt more.
No, that's gonna make it skyrocket.
Okay, so then I'm going to jail.
She's gonna kiss you.
I think you like me.
Oh,
What?
82. Resting heart rate success. Welcome to the third floor.
Liz.
Cute.
She's very cute. I get why Max didn't want to tell anyone, and I think like that's quite a normal response, partly because it kind of protects yourself, because you get to enjoy your last year without enjoying your last year with all your family miserable around you. But I do think they had a right to know the truth because it's someone they love, and it changes how you might act around things. Plus they could have been trying to find a way to save him, including finding... I just still think if he really is a clone of Mr. Jones, we have a perfectly formed heart right there. And I do think that the reason he didn't go after Liz is because he is dying and he thinks she deserves better than that. But how's she going to feel if she finds out, oh yeah, Max died, his heart failed? You know, she has probably spent his last year internally cursing him for destroying her research and then for not coming after her, instead of being able to know what was happening and be there for him. Or But then again, I suppose potentially Liz would have dropped everything, including all this amazing work she's doing, and rushed back to Roswell for him, and that's not what he wanted from her. So I do think Max did this with the best of intentions, but I understand why everyone is very upset with him.
I need to get a social circle that can unlock doors with their mind. But there is no you to study. Of course, there's nobody from your planet to ask about how you work.
Oh, now we're going to want to build that cage. Yep, go get Michael, go get building.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For caring. We all know you do far more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you feel me holding your hand?
Like, she would be there for you. That's what people get to do when they love someone.
Max, really makes you wonder I won't be having too many more of these fireside chats. With anyone.
Alex, don't give up your life for this.
Say no. Put it all behind me.
Then do
Ride
that.
off into the sunset with a cute guy.
Who's called Michael Guerin, but yes, do that.
But I can tell you that alone is a lonely place to be.
But you're not alone. You have your boyfriend and Kyle and everyone. Holy shit.
You're drunk. The legal ass killed her.
Oh. Good girl. He'll forget ever having seen her. I mean, Max is making the best of his time, but he's going to have a lot more of that than he thinks. Oh. Oh. Alex, I love you.
You're gonna go all mad scientist and break the rules, just break them better.
Yeah, I like that. That's very cute.
Sorry, we're closed.
Oh my god. What the actual fuck?
Of course, I'm upset. This is like Noah all over again. We are covering up a murder.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god, who was that?
It's not Max.
Who are you? What happened? Was that just people robbing the, like, just people robbing the bar? I'm stressed. I'm so happy the show is back. I'm so stressed. Max dying. I didn't see that coming. I really thought that we'd kind of put the heart stuff behind us, and maybe there'd be a few scares like we did have in the previous, like, finale or whatever, but I didn't think, like, he'd be dying from it. I will keep repeating that we have a very healthy seeming candidate for a replacement just because he's alive. It's a minor hitch, guys. Minor hitch. I love that Isabel and Michael, who have been putting off getting information because it's too risky, for Max they will risk anything, and I love them. The line of this episode that just killed me was Michael saying that despite his his girlfriend breaking up with him, Alex being gone and being happy in a relationship, etc, 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 he was happy because he was with Isabel and he was with Max, and they were together and they were more united than they've been since they were kids, and that was everything to me. Obviously they'll forgive Max, because I think what Max did is what a lot of people would do, at least in that situation. You know, he didn't not tell them to hurt them. He didn't tell them because he thought it was best. Now Liz, I do think Liz potentially has a right to know, but then at the same time I can understand completely Max's point of view of, if he told her, it either would A, make her come back, make her abandon her dreams for him, just to spend a handful of months with him before he died, and she deserves to get to have her life, rather than spend it worrying and devoting it to trying to save him. He's already taken up enough of her life, is what I think he thinks with that. I do like to think that had he not been dying, he would have followed her once they knew they had Mr. Jones contained. I am stressed, like, what if, did he show him something else when he touched him, or like, he's the saviour and I'm the clone? Or then why do they need to clone the Saviour? Was the original Saviour a dick, so they cloned him? My other favourite thing about this episode is that they are all training with each other's powers. They've learnt now that they don't just have to have one, so they've all been really practising with mindscapes and with telekinesis and I guess with healing. I'm just really excited about that. Any time of them growing within their own powers was everything. Michael in the dreamscape hoping that he could go to Alex and make it their time because he's kind of given Alex that time to heal and process from what happened with his dad and everything, and obviously he hadn't really seen much of Alex in that time, and I do get the feeling that to an extent the group kind of split back into like their natural pockets. Liz is often the person that will bring them together along with all the drama, and then of course seeing Alex so happy with Gregory is kind of like a punch in the gut, but at the same time I think Alex deserves that happiness, and Michael needs to cling on to his fact that it might not be the time right now, but it's gonna be. And again, I know Alex said to Gregory, I was gonna ask you to be exclusive, so it's like for this past year they haven't necessarily been exclusive, and so he hasn't yet asked him that, so maybe technically speaking Alex isn't currently with Gregory, and so, not Gregory, oh my god, I'm so sorry, that's disgusting. I've completely forgotten his name. I'm very sorry, you know who I mean. Maybe they're not together, Forrest, right? Maybe they're not together right now, but they are together as well. And I don't think they broke up with Alex not going with him, but yeah, they're not in as good a place as they seemed to Michael when he saw them, which is good for me and for the future of Alex. But I am really stressed about Alex joining Blue Sky because he is right when he says that they are a ruthless mercenary people. They've done some very dodgy stuff, but I suppose at the end of the day, if he will get answers to a lot of things, and he is definitely a person who likes to get answers and likes to do everything he can to find them, and maybe even he'll be able to figure out just how much they know and if they are posing any threat to our resident aliens and community. But I'm stressed for Alex, kind of, he already got sucked into the military, and I'm stressed about him getting sucked into something else. Now he is strong, he is capable, I'm not in any way kind of worried about him in that sense, but I just think he deserves to get out and make a fresh start rather than get out of the military into an even worse, potentially, cycle. I don't know what his choices are going to be, but I support him no matter what. Kyle is, again, Kyle's considering moving to New York, which makes me sad. I don't want Kyle to leave, but if it's what's best for him, it's what's best for him, and he has a lot of bad memories in this town. And if he gets to the point where even like Max doesn't need his help with his heart anymore, he kind of isn't needed, then I could understand maybe him wanting to leave. And I've got no idea whether Michael Dorina wants to leave, or whether that was just kind of him considering and he's going to ultimately choose Roswell. I hope he does, but we'll see, because I love all of these characters. Maria, her visions now, her brain is rapidly deteriorating. She is going to end up like her mother, which is very, very sad, and she could do something to stop it, and I really hope she does. I think especially if Liz is working on something that could potentially cure it, then just put off the visions for a year, although obviously she now knows that they're covering up a murder or something. It's just like, no, all over again, we're covering up a murder. I'm very intrigued about who that could be. Very stressed about who came in those alien masks. I'm guessing it was just some people there to like rob the bar, rather than anyone to do with alien conspiracies or anything. That's what I'm guessing it was, but obviously it could be something much, because they seem to just leave Maria once they've knocked her out, unfortunately. But her vision of, it definitely seemed as though it was Max that she'd seen was going to die, but no, Max is still going at that point, and they're covering up a murder about which Isabel's crying. That is really intriguing to me. Why would Isabel be crying, or even pretending to cry? What kind of person would die in order for that to be the case? I'm just so excited, and also very scared to see what that was all about. Then Rosa. Obviously it's really dangerous, Rosa being in Roswell, because she looks identical to herself. She has not changed in the least, obviously. Now, yeah, I guess it's possible for cousins to look alike, and I think most people without any alien knowledge would just think, yeah, like there's no way that could be the same girl, because she's young and she'd be in her 30s by now if she was still alive. So I guess that's kind of how they get away with it, but in a lot of ways I can understand why Rosa should probably leave, and like even go to LA with Liz if Liz is still there. Obviously their dad is still living in, I hope we see him, Roswell, but that scene where he confronted her was very frightening. And again, you can understand why he did it, because A, he's racist. We know that from the beginning. He has been causing Liz's family grief all this time, and you definitely could see that he would have looked up every single thing he could possibly find about the Ortegos because he hated them so much. Because he's racist, and because he blames Rosa for his sister. And yeah, Rosa had the necklace, which apparently she used to wear because he recognised the necklace as being Rosa's. I don't know. But just seeing kind of that, her resourcefulness in trying to just talk him out of it, trying to be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm her ghost. I say, like, how ludicrous. Her trying to get to the scissors, then trying to get to the needle. I'm hoping she has managed to wipe his memory of that evening, so he never saw her. But yeah, Wyatt Long coming to her art therapy, I don't think that's going to work anymore. I'm stressed for Rosa because this really just highlights just how precarious her position is within this town, because if people figure out who she is, they don't buy that she's really a cousin. If they look into it too much, they're going to figure out there is something fishy going on with Rosa, and that will put her in a hell of a lot of danger, if not opening the door to something fishy going on within the whole town and everyone else being in danger. It's very stressful, and I'm really sad that Rosa had to go through that, especially as Liz isn't around and I don't know who else she really talks to. I'm hoping Maria, but we will see. Dun, dun, dun. Liz flourishing in LA with her. So Liz is flourishing in the terms of the work she's doing, but I think she's not a good fit for the company, because if that company would basically just sell the patent to the highest bidder rather than who it could do the greatest good to, that's not going to work for Liz. I mean, what happens if she develops this thing she successfully manages to stop brain degeneration, and then they decide, oh, actually, that would work in the VR technology field, so we're going to sell it there and not where she wants it to. She'll have to do this whole thing again. I think that's going to be the biggest stumbling block, and probably that is one of the hardest things in terms of, in order to get the best facilities and the best ability to make progress, you need to have a corporate people behind you to give you the money to do the research, but in order to do the most good, you probably don't want to be with the corporate. So Liz is going to have a big decision to make. I do wonder if she's going to find out about Max, whether like Maria or someone would think she deserved to know, or whether they're kind of just going to leave her being quite happy to it. And I guess it's kind of sad that she hasn't returned home at all in a year, largely for Arturo. But when Liz leaves, but I do think she's kind of just throwing herself into the science almost to get over all the traumatic memories she's had. It seems as though they had the COVID outbreak in the middle, so that would definitely have limited her going home. I am glad that she's kind of opening herself up to the possibility of moving on, but I do think we saw at the beginning of the episode that she's not over Max. She's kind of trying to make herself be in the same way that Max is, but she's not there yet. I feel like I've missed things, and I really am sorry if I have, but I'm just so happy this show is back. I have no idea where the season's going to go. I feel like they've dangled some threads at us, and now I'm really scared. I'm really scared about Alex joining Blue Sky. I don't want him to. I feel like that could pose a lot of problems for my future Alex dreams. Or Gregory and Maria are very cute as well. I'm very stressed about Maria, I'm stressed about Max, I'm stressed about Alex, I'm stressed about Isabel and Michael, because right now they're up against, well, Mr. Jones is in the cave, but I'm sure I'll figure out a way out of that. And then Liz, what if they find out the truth? What's going to happen? Is she going to, how long is she going to be in LA for? So this was an absolutely fantastic show. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.